Folks, after 2 decades of waiting, 2 of the most important characters in comic history are finally facing off. One is the master strategist, cold and dark, who emerges from the shadows and enforces the law. The other is delusional, psychotic, and crazy, who breaks the fourth wall and laughs off bullets. The question is, when Batman, the world's most serious detective, is forced to team up or fight with Deadpool, the world's most brainless mercenary, what the heck happens to reality? Today, we're here to review the most complete and controversial comic of the year that's going to answer that question. Can Batman defeat Deadpool? The answer is not what you think. So hit that like button right now, and let's jump into the story that smashed together not just 2 characters, but 2 universes, DC and Marvel. Okay, the comic I want to tell you the story of today is the Batman and Deadpool comic, which is being published by DC Comics and Marvel Comics. The last time these 2 companies had a crossover was 2 decades ago, and finally, in 2025, we are witnessing the crossover of these 2 companies again. The creators of this comic are Grant Morrison and Dan Mora. This comic is said to be released in 2 issues, one written by a Marvel writer and the other by a DC writer. The issue that's just been released is the Marvel one, and the DC-written comic is scheduled to come out in a few weeks. All right, enough extra talk. Let's get straight into the story of the comic.
The comic opens on Wayne Manor. We see Bruce sitting there in a chair, totally staring at his laptop screen, and he says,
"Another night in Gotham, and another dead end. He's being careful this time, hiding below the surface. But I see his intentions scribbled on the fabric of my city. A shipment of neostigmine never arrives at Gotham University. Robinson Botanical Gardens reports a missing pallet of Atropa belladonna. 500 gallons of dimethylhydrazine walk out of GothCorp Pharmaceuticals. He's making Joker venom, enough to infect a small country. I have to find him now. How many times have I been here before, looking for answers in the night, knowing that when they come, all too often, they come without warning."
Then, Bruce looks over at the window, and bam! Deadpool suddenly crashes right through the glass and jumps into the house, shattering the glass, shouting,
"Playtime's over, Wayne. Let me see those hands."
Then Deadpool glances at Bruce's laptop screen and goes,
"Neostigmine? Oh, wow, this is embarrassing. I saw the silk robe and the laptop and, sorry, I thought I was about to witness some aggressive self-care."
I'm going to ask this once. Who the hell are you?
"Oh, you don't know me. It's okay. I'm not from around here. Don't be embarrassed." "They call me Deadpool. Also, the Merc with a mouth. A nickname I got because I'm hilarious, and for no other reason. Anyone who tells you different is lying. Or I was really drunk. Totally. So yeah, I hurt people for money. In town for a job? Don't worry, you're not the job. You can stop freaking out. I want to double dip while I'm in town. Looking for some dirtbag with disposable income who might need someone disappeared. Which brings me to you."
Not interested.
"Oh, come on. You're billionaire Bruce Wayne. Names plastered all over the city. You don't have a business associate you need silenced?"
I'm not that kind of billionaire.
Deadpool then looks at a picture of Alfred and says,
"Okay, then who's that?"
My butler.
"Your butler? Yeah, that guy never hosed blood and cheap perfume out the back of an Aston Martin, sure. I bet you made him call you Master Bruce, didn't you, you sick chicken? Not that kind of billionaire. Do you think you're talking to a baby? Whatever. If you can't respect me enough to have an honest conversation about your disgusting and shameful proclivities, I'm out of here. Should be focusing on catching this Batman guy anyway." Batman. Heard of him? Some guy who dresses like a bat, which I'm assured is grim and scary, even though that's clearly hilarious. Sounds made up, I know, but I'm being paid a lot of money to hunt him down.
You may find that difficult. Batman is at home in the shadows. No one finds him unless he wants to be found.
Next, Deadpool looks out the broken window at the Gotham sky, spots the bat signal shining up there, and yells out,
I'm sorry, what the hell is that? You don't think that's some kind of, no bat call or something, do you?
Of course not. It's a bat signal.
After hearing that from Bruce, Deadpool immediately jumps right back out the window, leaving the manor, and yells,
A bat signal? Oh, wow. There's no way this guy is serious. He's absolutely doing a bit. This is gonna be easy. See ya, sicko.
After Deadpool leaves, Bruce rips off his shirt, heads out to put on the Batman suit, and says,
Guess I'm going back out.
We see Commissioner Gordon standing right next to the bat signal, waiting for Batman, when suddenly Deadpool rolls up and says,
The hell?
You don't need to tell people you're a cop, old-timer. The great Santini stash screams it from the top of your lip. Let me guess. Grizzled, play by your own rules, still sneak a smoke between panels?
Let me guess. Maladjusted, tenuous grip on reality, no moral compass. I've worked Gotham long enough to know a lunatic when I see one.
Bet I've got as much time for you two. Batman's busy. Get off my building.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you and Batman were best friends, but you see, I'm in a hurry too. And since it looks like a mild breeze could shatter your hips, why don't you skedaddle before the merc with a mouth starts blowing? I'd like to try that again.
You shouldn't have pointed that at me, son.
Oh yeah? Why's that? Ooh, that's a good tingle.
Then bam! Batman suddenly arrives and smashes Deadpool right in the face with his elbow and says,
Welcome to Gotham.
Deadpool, who is still sprawled out on the ground, says,
Holy shit, Batman! You're terrifying! I hate myself for saying this, but the bat thing, it works. It works. And the voice, so effective. It's a shame I have to beat your ass.
Deadpool gets back up and swings a punch at Batman, but the Cape Crusader effortlessly catches his fist. Deadpool then pulls out a knife and tries to stab him, but Batman blocks that too. In response, Batman throws a few gas pellets, stunning Deadpool, and then quickly ties him up with his grappling line. Deadpool finally throws his hands up in defeat and says,
Okay, wait, you're right. We're too evenly matched.
I never said that.
Look, we all want to know which one of us would win, but the point is, we earned each other's respect. That much is clear.
Clear to who?
What I'm trying to say is, I can't bring myself to murder you, Batman.
At no point was I in danger of being murdered.
This idiot's wasted enough of our time, Batman. We have bigger fish to fry. The Joker sent us a message. He's giving you 6 hours to find him before he unleashes 30 tons of Joker venom on Gotham City. Unless he's bluffing. He's not. Every chemical he needed was stolen across Gotham on August 8th. He's had plenty of time to synthesize the serum.
August 8th? That was a full moon.
You freaks are obsessed with the lunar cycle, aren't you?
No, that's her business. Gross. But a full moon, that comes in handy in my line of work.
Moonlight. No flashlights to attract attention. Good for a heist.
That's right. Tides get lower, too. Coastal caves open up in case you need to hide a body.
Or something else. Gordon, get me a map.
Then Gordon walks over, hands Batman a map and says,
I'll be. Hundreds of caves only accessible at low tide. Ship graveyards mostly. Abandoned because of rising sea levels.
Over half of them big enough for the Joker's purposes. And we have less than 6 hours to search them all.
I call that one. Up north in that little cove thingy. It's right next to Piccadilly Pier. I can wreck a funnel cake and hit the whirlinator while I wait for the tide to go down. I'm telling you, if I ever built a secret lair, it would be right there. Wait, are you thinking what I'm thinking? It takes a madman to catch a madman? Ha ha! Let's just say I'm available. This is great!
We are running out of options.
Batman and Deadpool both jump into the Batmobile and take off to find the Joker. They're driving and talking along the way when suddenly Deadpool pulls a fast one and hits Batman with a knockout smoke grenade. Batman immediately passes out. When the Dark Knight finally wakes up, a voice is saying,
"Take a look around. You're in a special place on a special day. Finally, after all this time."
Next, we see the Joker standing right next to Deadpool, and he turns to Batman and says,
"The Joker gets the last laugh."
Ooh, I like how you worked your name in there.
Do not step on my lines. I'm getting tired of telling you.
Got it. You're doing great.
This is where we realize that Deadpool was actually working with the Joker this whole time just to trap Batman. Batman looks right at the Joker and says,
This isn't like you, Joker, handing our vendetta to a subcontractor.
True, but we've seen how my schemes usually go. Finally, it dawned on me I've been self-sabotaging, so I committed to doing some deep work on myself. Really look in the mirror. On FabGab, mostly. Scroll therapy. Turns out my brain is a neurospicy dopamine goblin with task paralysis and a lack of object permanence. I've been relying on a crew of goons when what I needed was an accountability buddy. A peer to keep my executive dysfunction at bay.
And where did you find this accountability buddy?
Clarion, the witch boy, hooked me up with one of his spells. You know, mirror, mirror, hear my plea, show me one as mad as me deal. You get it. Unfortunately, my match was in another universe, so I had to hop on the old cosmic treadmill. But that thing is harder to use than it looks. Wore myself ragged before I broke down and called Reverse Flash. But I don't hear these glutes complaining. Nightwing who?
I have to hand it to you, Joker. It's brilliant. You found someone crazier than you.
Oh, I wouldn't say crazier.
I would. You've spent a lifetime trying to drive me insane. That clown did it in an hour.
Do not call him a clown. That's insulting. I am the only clown here.
You're right. He's something more. Terrifying, unhinged but self-aware, the perfect opponent, a villain worthy of the Bat, a villain worthy of my obsession.
Wade, can I grab you for a second?
Deadpool turns to the Joker and says,
What's up, boss?
I don't want to make this awkward, but I've been working on this plan for a long time. I'd like to enjoy it with my nemesis. Talk about old times. Look into his eyes as he dies. Just me and him. You understand.
Actually, I've been thinking. Is it me or is he kind of special? Like, once in a generation special. Are you sure you want to kill him?
I am, yes.
Really? I'm getting obsessed with him. I could see us playing an extended game of cat and mouse, one that spans decades and slowly evolves into a de facto relationship that neither of us knows how to end because, against the odds, it's become the most important relationship in our lives. I don't know, just spitballing. Wait! We could both be his nemesis. I can be the younger, sexier, funnier one he truly fears, and you can be the one who laughs at his own jokes.
What a fantastic plan! Let's shake on it.
As Deadpool shakes the Joker's hand, he immediately gets zapped by an electric joy buzzer, and the Joker starts laughing maniacally. Deadpool is not amused at all. He hits the Joker with a hard slap and quickly speeds toward Batman, yelling,
Plans have changed, Batman.
Batman quickly frees himself, and Deadpool shouts to him,
Oh, you did it yourself. I was going to cut you free in light of Joker double-crossing me. Would have been a big twist. Kinda disappointing. But in other news, I feel great. My mind's never been more clear.
That's concerning, considering you're teeming with Joker venom.
I wouldn't worry about that. I'm sure my healing factor took care of it.
Someone should tell your face.
What? Do I look weird?
Stay here.
Next, Batman immediately goes after the Joker and tells him,
It's over, Joker.
It's been over, Batman. There's enough Joker venom in that carousel to poison every man, woman, and child in Gotham. In 30 seconds, it'll be pumped through every utility pipe in the city. And there's only one way to stop it. A switch in the carousel's center. Press it, and the venom will detonate harmlessly, while killing anyone dumb enough to play the hero. Do you see it now? Do you understand why we're both here? Whether in the fire of heroism or the shame of cowardice, Batman dies tonight!
Batman grabs the Joker by the lapels and slams him hard against the wall. And the Joker says,
What'll it be, Batman? It's my final joke, and you choose the punchline.
Right at that moment, Deadpool sprints toward a giant button labeled Boom and smashes it. The entire amusement park explodes. Batman quickly ties up the Joker's hands and feet, tosses him into the Batmobile, and moves to get into the driver's seat. Just then, Deadpool bursts right out of the flames and yells at Batman.
Just kidding. The Man Wonder sits up front.
You put a dent in the Batmobile. Take it, you can't drive stick.
What are you, a detective? It was like that. Where we going?
We're not going anywhere. You're going home. And you still got that stupid smile on your face.
Batman climbs into the car, and Deadpool says,
Do I? It's gotta go away eventually, right? Guess that's what masks are for. Wait, you're just gonna leave after all we've been through? You said you were obsessed with me.
I said whatever I needed to say. I knew you were playing me the second you offered to help with the case. Letting you capture me was the quickest way to find the Joker.
You were that confident you could turn us against each other?
Zero risk. But at the end of the day, you did save Gotham City. So I'm going to let you go home. Don't let me catch you around here again.
Then Batman fires up the engine and speeds away from Deadpool, leaving him in the dust. And Deadpool shouts,
I get the message. If you love something, let it go. I see what you're doing. I love you too. No harm in taking a little peek around the city, right?
And the comic ends here. We might see the story pick up right from this cliffhanger in issue 2. Or maybe the next comic will start from a totally different place. We just don't know yet. Of course, there were a couple of other short stories in this comic too, like a brief flashback where Wonder Woman was talking about Captain America, and another section where we saw Daredevil and Green Arrow fighting their villains. I'm not going to cover those side stories because they weren't anything special and didn't really affect the main plot. Alright folks, that was the first issue of the Batman and Deadpool comic. What did you think of it? Personally, I'm giving this comic a 7.5 out of 10. The story wasn't super interesting, it was pretty average in my opinion, and I really hope issue number 2 was better. You guys should let me know your thoughts in the comments too. And if you want me to keep doing these comic review videos, definitely tell me in the comments so we can cover more comics. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like it and comment on what your favorite comic book is. Subscribe and make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. Until the next video,